Hi, my name is Malcolm Clemens Young. I'm the Dean of Grace Cathedral here in San Francisco, California, and welcome to Yoga on the Labyrinth. It's one of my favorite things about San Francisco, one of my favorite things about being here at Grace Cathedral. This week our topic is To Thine Own Self Be True. And there's almost no one I can think of who exemplifies this more than Henry David Thoreau, a writer who was born in 1817 in Concord, Massachusetts. As he was growing up, Henry admired very much the writing of Ralph Waldo Emerson, a man who is about 15 years older than him. And Ralph Waldo Emerson said to him, Henry, if you really are serious about being a writer, then you should keep a journal. And so he started keeping a journal, and the two of the men, Emerson and Thoreau, were very, very close friends. At the same time, there was a degree of tension between them, because on the one hand, Emerson was more upper class, and Henry David Thoreau was a little bit more working class. Emerson cared more about big ideas and theories, and Thoreau cared so much about the specific actualities of life. At a point in his life, Thoreau decided to move to a local pond, a lake that was just on the outskirts of Concord, and he built a house there, and he lived there in the 1840s for 2 years. And he said, I came to the woods to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life. He wanted to see if their life was really worth living. He wanted to see that if he dedicated himself to really looking for holiness and transcendence in nature, if he would find it. And he did. Thoreau was inspired by the natural world and by the experiences that he had there. He writes about a loon diving underneath the surface of the water. He writes about snowstorms. He writes about the people who had lived there on the edges of society. He wrote about what it was like to really be by yourself and to really listen to the promptings of God. In many ways, it was the kind of inner strength that he needed in order to live the kind of life he did. He was very famous for civil disobedience, an essay and a lecture that he gave about not paying the poll tax because he was against the war that it supported against Mexico. He was also somebody who was adamant about slavery. He believed with all his being that slavery should be abolished in the country, and went around the neighboring towns giving talks about how slavery should be abolished. All of us have like a core inner part of us that makes us entirely unique. And part of the way that we discover that is through our yoga practice. Part of the way to discover that is in places that are beautiful, like Grace Cathedral. As you discover that inner self that will guide your actions, my prayers are with you. I can't wait until we can gather all together again and practice yoga in this beautiful space. And I look forward to the time when our paths will cross again. Thanks very much for watching.
Welcome to Grace Cathedral and Yoga on the Labyrinth. My name is Darren Main, and I'll be offering this practice. I'm here with Egmont Sonley, who will be providing our music, and I've invited in a number of yoga models to practice with us so that you can get a better visual sense for how to practice at home. I would encourage you to practice safely and do only what feels appropriate for you. Our theme in this practice is going to be To Thy Own Self Be True. It is a famous quote from Shakespeare, and people use this a lot, but it is sort of the crux of yoga in the sense that we're trying to figure out what our truth is. What is the right path for me? What is my unique expression in this world? And we start off on our yoga mat by being true to our unique bodies. What is your true expression of your asana practice? It's going to look different than mine and everybody else. So be true to your body and ultimately true to yourself in the bigger sense of the word as well. Let's begin our practice with a meditation. You can come to a comfortable seat, you can close your eyes, and you can find your breath. Begin by acknowledging your busy mind in the busyness and imbalance of the world around you. Our opening meditation for Melanie Couleras. Healers are spiritual warriors who have found the courage to defeat the darkness of their own souls, awakening and arising the depths of their deepest fears, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, reborn with wisdom and strength that creates a light that shines bright enough to help, encourage, and inspire others out of their own darkness. I've asked Ege to lead us in our opening Om.
Big inhale.
The eyes remain closed. Empty the lungs completely. And then inhale slowly from your belly, through the ribs to the collarbone. And exhale from the collarbone all the way down. 5 counts from the belly, slowly up. And 5 counts from the top down. 5 in and 5 out. 5 in and 5 out. The eyes can remain closed a bit longer as you inhale the arms up overhead, just stretching and lengthening the fingers toward the sky. Let the shoulder blades drop down as the fingertips lift higher. Breathe here. Taking your right hand down to the earth, and do a little side stretch, lifting the left arm up and over. If you can bend your right elbow or even bring your right forearm to the earth, go ahead and do that. Inhale, come up, and to the other side. Inhale, come up. Taking your left hand to your right knee and the right hand to the earth behind you for a gentle twist. Inhale, come center. Arms up. And then to the other side, gentle twist. Inhale, arms up. Exhale the arms down. And then as you're ready, you can come to child pose, the forehead on the earth, the arms extending out in front of you. As always, child is our resting pose, and you can come to this posture anytime you need a rest. This is your practice, so listen to your body, resting when you need to, modifying and leaving poses out if they're not appropriate for your body. And of course, you can always do more than what I'm offering if that feels safe and available in your practice. As you're ready, come on up to table and take a few cat and cow stretches. Dropping the belly down as you inhale and rounding the spine as you exhale. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the heart, and exhale, rounding. Moving back and forth on the breath. You can take your right leg out behind you, bringing the back flat, and then extend the left arm out in front of you. A nice long stretch through the fingers and through the toes. Beautiful. Now bring just the left hand down. Keep that right leg hovering above the earth. Drop the chest and chin down to the earth and bring the right leg high in the air. Inhale up, drop the knee down. Take the left leg out behind you. Point the toes and then extend the right arm out. Notice if your breath has grown shallow and return it to 5 in and 5 out. Drop the hand, drop the chest and the chin as that left leg extends high. Inhale up, drop the knee. Curl the toes under. Taking downward facing dog. Take some micro movements here. Softly bend the knees. Shift the hips side to side. Step the heels up and down. Beautiful. Come forward to a plank, the top of a push-up. Holding here. Draw the lower belly in and up. Breathe. And back to downward dog. Now walk the feet forward to the hands. And hang forward in ragdoll. You can sway side to side. Take hold of the elbows. Coming up one vertebra at a time, all the way to standing. You can step to the top of your mat, bring the hands to the heart. Surya Namaskar, sun salutations. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, fold and touch the earth. Look forward. Step one foot and then the other back. Drop your knees, chest and chin. Pull through for cobra. Exhale to downward dog. Breathe here. You can walk the feet or hop the feet forward to the hands. Deep fold. Reach the arms up. Hands to the heart. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold deep. Look forward, then step or hop the feet back. You can do a full chaturanga or drop the knees. Pull through cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Beautiful. Take a few breaths here. Step or hop the feet forward. Exhale, take a deep fold. Reach the arms up. Hands to the heart. Again, reach high. Exhale, fold deep. Look forward, then step or hop the feet back, lowering down. Upward dog, downward dog. Beautiful. Let's take one more round of sun salutations. Step or hop the feet forward. Exhale into a deep fold. Reach the arms high. Hands to the heart. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, fold. Look forward, step or hop back. Now cycle through on your breath. Upward dog and downward dog. Ten breaths here in downward dog, or 10 breaths in child pose. Simply noticing the effects of your practice. To thy own self be true. Each of us has that truth, that dharma, that purpose. It is the only thing that can bring us joy and happiness and contentment. And we can only find it when we still the mind. 5 in, 5 out. To thy own self be true. Coming to downward dog. Take the right leg high in the air. Bring the foot forward and drop the back knee to the earth. You can come up resting the hands on the bent knee. Deep breaths as you lunge. You can curl the toes under behind you and then lift that left knee up. And we're going to take 5 dips. You can go all the way down and graze the floor, or just halfway down on the breath. Exhale slowly down. Inhale slowly up. This is a practice that will be with you tomorrow. Have fun walking up that flight of stairs. Beautiful. One more. And then reach the arms up as you inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step back. Downward dog. The left leg lifts high. Bring it forward. Drop the knee. And then rest the hands on the knee as you align your hips. As you find your breath. 5 in, 5 out. Curl the toes under, float up. Beautiful. Nice and gentle, you can go all the way down, but you do not need to. 5 times on the breath. Inhale up, exhale, lower down. A few more. Good. Next time you come up, inhale the arms overhead, hands to the earth, step back, downward dog. Take the right leg in the air, bring the foot forward, ground the back heel, and open to Warrior Two. Breathe here. Smile. Straighten the knee and pigeon toe the feet. Bring the hands to the hips. Lift the breastbone and let the heart lead you forward. Bringing the hands to the earth. You can use a yoga block if you have one available. With a flat back, begin bending the elbows. Breathing here. Breathing. Bring the hands to the hips. Inhale up. Turn that right foot back to Warrior Two. Both hands to the earth and step back to Downward Dog. The left leg lifts high. Bring it forward. Open to the side, Warrior Two. Plunge, lengthen, breathe. Straighten the knee, pigeon toe the feet. Again, the hands can come to the hips. If you prefer, you can clasp the hands behind you. Just a different variation. Exhale, come forward. Hands to the earth, or press the hands up and over the back of the head. Shift the weight gently from foot to foot and find the subtle tight pockets of tension in the hips and groin and back. Enjoy yourself. Inhale, come back up. Turn the left foot back to the top of the mat, open to Warrior Two. Hands to the earth, step back, Downward Dog. 10 breaths in Downward Dog or 10 breaths in Child. Breathe here. Beautiful. Notice the effects of your practice. If you're in Child, make your way to Downward Dog. And then you can walk the feet forward to the hands and fold your body nice and deep. Take hold of the big toes, Padangusthasana. Look forward to lengthen and flatten the back, and then exhale, deep fold. Breathe here. Beautiful. Each inhalation lifting the sit bones higher, and each exhalation Fold deeper. Breathe. You can bend your knees, come up to chair pose. Beautiful. Sit deeper, lift the heart higher, deeper. Find that sweet spot where your mind begins to resist, but you can maintain your breath. Straighten. Exhale the arms down. I'm going to be teaching a modified dancer pose, but some of the models may go deeper, and you may choose to go deeper at home. Please only do this if it's safe in your practice. Standing on your left foot. Bend your right knee, take hold of your right foot. And so for many people, especially if balance is a challenge for you, this is where you're working. If you can extend the arm up, go ahead and do that. And then you can start kicking the foot into the hand. This is as far as I'm going to take you, but if you know deeper expressions of this pose, go ahead and do that safely on your own. If you fall, gently return without judgment. Beautiful. Release that foot gracefully back to the earth or come crashing down, whichever you prefer. And then the other side, standing on your right foot. Take hold of your left foot. And again, work here or start going deeper. And release. Bring the foot down, the arms up. Take the feet a little wider than hip width apart. Bend the knees, Malasana. If you can balance with the hands in prayer mudra, you can go ahead and do that. If balance is challenging, the hands can touch the earth. Attempt to use the elbows to open the knees apart, giving a little stretch to the groin. And if you want to look up and down slightly, this is a great pose to just stretch out the neck muscles a little. Be very gentle. Straighten the knees, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Look forward, step one foot, and then the other foot back. And slowly lower down, knees, chest, and chin, until the entire belly is on the floor. Take a moment to notice the effects of your practice and to feel your connection to the earth as you lie in this prone position. Extend the arms in front of you. Now reach out through the fingers. Beautiful. Reach through the toes and make the body as long as you can. Now lift your arms and lift your legs. Lift your thighs and lift your breastbone. Let the arms move up by the ears. The breastbone lifts higher and you breathe more deeply. If you're doing this at home, be cautious if this strains your back, if you think you may be pregnant, or if any reason to protect your abdomen. And lower down. Turn your head to one side. Beautiful. Okay, now bend the knees and catch hold of the feet behind you. If you don't quite reach, you can use a strap or a towel, or you can repeat the pose we just did if you don't have a strap or towel available. Now kick the feet into the hands. Imagine you had a volleyball between your knees that you're holding on to. So you're sort of squeezing that volleyball with your knees as best you can. And now use that to create an upward motion, lifting the breastbone. Beautiful. Lift a little higher. And then release down. Turn your head to one side. We're going to do one more deep back bend. I'm going to give you the option of doing Setu Bandhasana or bridge pose. Or if it's part of your practice, you can do Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow. It's sometimes called wheel, on your own. But only do that if it's a safe part of your existing practice. So rolling over onto your back. Both bridge and wheel start the same way. Lift the hips up, the feet flat on the floor. You can clasp the hands beneath you and arch the upper back, bringing the back bend into your upper back. If you need support, you can put a yoga block under your sacrum. And again, if you'd like to work on Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward bow, or wheel, you can do that if it's a safe part of your practice. If you're doing wheel, you may want to do it 2 or 3 times. If you're doing bridge, one long hold. Beautiful. When you feel complete in your back bend, you can lower down. Bring the knees to the chest. Gratitude for your spine being bendy today. Taking the arms out across the earth like airplane wings. Keep the knees at the chest and then drop both knees over to the right side. Good. If this strains your low back, you can take a fist and put it between your thighs. Or you can take your yoga block, if you have one, and you can put that between your knees. And this will generally give you enough support for your low back. If it's still not enough, you can rest this twist out. Coming up one knee at a time. And then over to the other side. Beautiful. One knee at a time. Hug the knees to the chest. I'm going to give you an option for your practice. You can either do an inversion pose such as shoulder stand on your own, and only if you know that it's medically safe and appropriate to do so, or you can join me in a more gentle pose called Happy Baby Pose. For Happy Baby Pose, you're going to open the knees apart, take hold of the feet, and draw down on the feet, the knees coming to the earth at either side of the rib cage. You can do some gentle rocking. You can draw some circles with the hips. And you can find the areas of the hips and groin that are holding tight and invite them with your breath and the micro movements to let go. Beautiful. As you're ready, you can release from whatever movement you're doing. If there's any movement your body needs to feel complete in your practice, go ahead and do that on your own. And eventually, let your practice take you slowly into Shavasana, naturally moving into a position lying flat on your back. Let your body grow heavy, covering your body with layers of clothing or a blanket. Drop deep into the earth. And simply watch the breath as it flows in and out. And let the sound of Ege's music soothe your nervous system. Bring awareness to your breath. Bring awareness to your body. Move your fingers, move your toes. And reach the arms overhead, stretching and lengthening. Draw the knees to the chest. Roll to one side. And come slowly to sitting. The eyes closed, the mind still, and the heart open, filled with loving kindness and compassion. To thy own self be true. Our closing meditation is from the book A Return to Love by Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. I've asked Ege to lead us in our closing 7 Oms.
Inhaling.
Bow to the earth. Bow to all beings. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with us. Thank you so much to Egmont Sonnerly for sharing his beautiful music with us. And a big thank you to our yoga models for this practice, that really bring a lot and help us when we're practicing at home to understand the poses a little bit better. If you would like more information about this class or the events at Grace Cathedral, you can check out the Grace Cathedral website, gracecathedral.org, or the Yoga on the Labyrinth Facebook page. You can also make a donation to help us produce these video classes and ultimately, and hopefully soon, return to live classes here in the Cathedral. We're shooting for a June reopening, but we'll see what the numbers do. But stay focused on those two, the Facebook page and the Grace Cathedral website to get the most up-to-date information. If you'd like more information about Egmont Sonnerly, egmontsonnerly.com. You can get more information about me at darrenmain.com. And we look forward to seeing you in another video, or hopefully in person very soon here in the Cathedral. Namaste.